As long as there is a longing for what life should be, there will always be longing for what life could have been. Most of us, almost every one of us, when we are on the verge of taking a risk, when we know that from here onwards, either our life can go this way or this way, we every time we get subjugated by the fact or by the thought that if this in this rush of taking a risk, I lose and I even lose the thing which I have worked on for almost years now, what will happen to me? I read this right after I had dropped everything I had worked on for 4 years. It was the heaviest moment of my life. It still is the heaviest moment of my life. 4 years of sacrifices, 4 years of hard work, 4 years of sitting every day, gone like they were never mine. It still is the heaviest moment of my life. And it shook me in such places that it shook my entire foundation of what life is, of what life should be, of how we want to live life, of what does hard work guarantees us, of what does sacrifice mean to the higher entity sitting above us. बट कवि का तात्पर्य ये है कि जब तक तुम इस दुनिया में हो, धक्के तो तुम्हें खाने पड़ेंगे. You would work on one thing for years and years. It will take everything in you, and the next moment you see it has all collapsed. So, the idea of risk comes from this sentence that if everything has to collapse at the end, if our end goal is death, why not do or why not collapse a thing which we want in life? Why not collapse a thing? Why not work on thing which we always moan, which we think about, which we dream about? Why would we want to subjugate ourselves to the rule book? Why don't we go out of the rule book? Why don't we take risks in our life if at the end everything has to collapse? You leave this world empty handed, you don't carry anything, and you just have one life. Whatever has to come to you will come to you. We often, in this hustle of life, we often forget that we are not the ones revolving around the sun. The earth is. The earth is already in motion for us. We often think that we have to put ourselves in motion. No, we just have to be. We just have to exist. We just have to work. The world is already revolving. The earth is already revolving. And the things which we want, which will eventually come to you. But how will you know that what is the thing you want? You won't know it until you try it out, until you take risk, until you are willing to sacrifice a thing which you have worked on for years and go on the thing where your instinct says. I dropped NEET examination. I worked in. I dropped medical studies. I worked it in. For it for 4 years of my life. 4 years is a big time, and it is very crucial age of me which is going on. And when I was at the verge of sacrificing things, this I read this quote, the quote I described you earlier, and I was like, yeah, it's so true. If everything at the end has to collapse, why not collapse the thing which I want in life? Why not go for the thing which I want in life? Your ways can be different. Your ways and your ideas could be different. No one will agree with them, but it is your idea. You have to work on it. How would you know that the earth which is revolving around for you has set the motion for this particular thing? By taking risk, by learning new things, by exploring new things, new ideas, the ideas which come into your mind. Energies attract energies. In this universe, there is a very good concept of energy. It's not that power lifter energy, but your energy, and it attracts another energy. That's what you call instincts. When your instincts or your guts say something to you, you should listen to it. People say that don't trust your instincts; they can be wrong. But I always believe in this thing that you have to trust your instincts. Your instincts most of the times say you the right thing because it is your energy which is attracting the energy from the universe, which is sending you a signal to go for it. Go for the content creation if you feel like you want to make a YouTube video. I dropped medical studies just for this one thing, and I don't know if it will work. It might collapse. I know it will collapse. It might collapse. It might, but what if it doesn't collapse? And if it collapse, it just makes me a human. It just makes me in the rule of what the universe is, that everything has to collapse. Every single person you admire today, an athlete, an entrepreneur, a businessman, or a woman, or anyone, an Instagram influencer, they all had this one thing in them that they took risk. Not because they were fearless, they had fears. Not because they were ahead of you, not because they were some very rich, but because they took risk. Your life expands in the exact proportion of the amount of risk you want to take in your life. You can take in your life genuinely. And I swear to God, if you do that, you will get contentment in your life. I repeat, mind you, I didn't say happiness. I said containment. I feel that is the most important thing for any person in this human world. It's contentment, not happiness.